In this quiet moment before the world begins to wake, I find myself here with you, in the soft stillness that belongs only to the early morning. The darkness is just beginning to lift. The first traces of light are touching the sky with the gentlest of brushstrokes, and I can feel that ancient rhythm stirring within me, the rhythm that has guided every dawn since time began. There is something sacred about this hour, something that whispers to the deepest part of who we are. In this space, nothing is rushing, nothing is demanding. There is only this breath, this moment, and the profound knowledge that we do not face today alone. I am breathing slowly now, letting my shoulders drop, feeling the weight of yesterday begin to settle away from my body. My mind, which may have been restless through the night or heavy with the first waking thoughts of anxiety, is beginning to find its natural rhythm again. The quiet of this morning is like a gentle hand placed upon my heart, and I am grateful for it. I am grateful for the stillness that gives us permission to feel what we truly feel before we must move into the demands of the day. As the light grows, something inside me is also growing clearer, softer, more open. I think of Psalm 23 in this moment, those words that have comforted generations of hearts just like mine. The psalmist wrote from a place of deep knowing, a place where fear had been faced and peace had been found on the other side of it. "The Lord is my shepherd," those words begin. And as I sit here in this tender morning light, I feel the truth of them settling into my bones, not as something I must believe, but as something I already know in the deepest part of myself. I know the presence of a shepherd who cares, who sees me, who knows every corner of my life and loves me still. There is so much that waits for me beyond this quiet room. The day ahead holds its own challenges, its own uncertainties, its own moments that will require me to be steady and strong. I have carried worry about these things. I know the weight of wondering if I am enough, if I am ready, if I can navigate what lies ahead with grace. The anxiety of anticipation has perhaps visited me during sleepless hours, or in those quiet moments just after waking. But in this morning, in this sacred stillness, I am choosing to lay those worries down for just a moment, and to remember a truth far older and far stronger than my fear. I am thinking of a shepherd in ancient fields, watching over sheep that could not protect themselves. That shepherd did not sleep when danger approached. That shepherd knew every one of the flock by name. That shepherd would run toward danger to protect what had been entrusted to his care. And I am remembering that this is the image the psalmist used to describe the care that surrounds my life. Not a distant care, not a care that is sometimes present and sometimes absent, but a constant, vigilant, loving presence that moves with me through every single day. The light is growing now, and I can see more clearly the space around me. My bedroom, my sanctuary, the place where I rest and where I prepare to step back into the world. Even as my eyes adjust to the growing light, I can feel something shifting within my spirit. The heaviness that sometimes greets us in the morning, that weight of all we must do, all we might fail at, all that could go wrong, is beginning to lift, not because these things are no longer real, but because I am remembering that I do not face them alone. When the psalmist speaks of being led beside still waters and through valleys, there is an implicit trust there that I want to claim for myself this morning. The shepherd does not ask the sheep to navigate the valley alone. The shepherd does not ask the sheep to find their own way to the water. The shepherd leads. The shepherd knows the terrain. The shepherd has walked this path before and will walk it again. My task is not to know everything that lies ahead or to perfectly prepare myself for every possibility. My task is simply to follow, to trust, to remain open to the guidance that is being offered to me continuously. I breathe in the cool air of this early morning, and as I do, I am consciously releasing the tension that I have been carrying, in my shoulders, in my jaw, in the pit of my stomach where worry likes to settle. I am letting it go, slowly, gently, not by force, but by remembering that I have been given permission to be at peace, that peace is not something I must earn through perfect preparation or endless worry. Peace is my inheritance. It is my birthright. It is the gift that has been waiting for me since before this day ever began. There is a deep part of me that knows this, even in the moments when my racing thoughts try to convince me otherwise, even in the hours when anxiety speaks loudly. There is a deep knowing within me that says I am safe, I am guided, I am cared for. This is not naive optimism or denial of real challenges. This is something far more profound. This is the kind of peace that coexists with difficulty, that walks alongside uncertainty, that remains steady even when circumstances are hard. This is the peace that the psalmist discovered in the valleys and the shadows. The peace that did not depend on everything going perfectly. I am thinking now about the specific moments of today that I am anxious about. Perhaps there is a conversation I must have, a decision I must make, a performance or a presentation or a moment where I will be seen and judged. Perhaps there are people in my life who are struggling, and I do not know how to help them. Perhaps there is grief I'm still carrying, or disappointment I have not yet fully processed. Perhaps I am simply tired, and the thought of another day feels like too much. Whatever it is that weighs on my heart this morning, I am gently acknowledging it. I am not pushing it away or pretending it is not there. I am simply holding it in the presence of something greater than my worry. And in this presence, something miraculous begins to happen. The worry does not disappear, but it changes. It becomes smaller. It becomes something that I can hold in my hand, rather than something that holds me. It becomes part of my day, rather than the whole of my day. This is what restoration means, I think. Not the absence of difficulty, but the recovery of perspective. Not the elimination of challenges, but the return of the ability to face them with something steady in my center. The psalmist speaks of being anointed with oil, of a cup overflowing. These are images of abundance, of blessing, of being filled with more than we need. And I am recognizing that this abundance is not something that visits us only in our moments of comfort and ease. This abundance is real even in the hard seasons, even in the valleys, even when we cannot see the path clearly ahead. There is an overflowing within us that is not dependent on our circumstances, but on the nature of the shepherd who cares for us. This is hard to understand with the rational mind, but it is easy to feel when we are quiet enough to listen. I am beginning to feel a subtle shift in my body now, as the light continues to grow outside my window and within my spirit. My breathing has become deeper, more natural. The tension in my shoulders has started to ease. My heartbeat feels steadier. The anxiety that greeted me upon waking is no longer the loudest voice in my mind. Instead, there is a gentle hum of peace underneath everything, like the bass note in a piece of music that holds all the other notes in harmony. This is not a peace that ignores what is real. This is a peace that is grounded in something real and lasting, something that cannot be shaken by circumstances. I am thinking about what it means to dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, as the psalm promises. It does not mean that I will never leave this room. It does not mean that I will never face difficulty or struggle. It means that there is a home within me, a place of refuge that I can return to at any moment, in any circumstance. It is the home that the shepherd provides. It is the home that is built on the foundation of being deeply seen and deeply loved. No matter where the day takes me, I carry this home with me. I can return to it. I can rest in it. It is always waiting for me. The morning is growing brighter now, and I can hear the first sounds of the world beginning to wake. A bird singing, the distant sound of traffic. The world is stirring, and soon I will rise and move into my day. But for these precious remaining moments, I am staying here in this peace. I am letting it settle deeper into me. I am letting it become not just a feeling, but a foundation. I'm letting my nervous system recalibrate itself around this truth. I am guided. I am cared for. I am not alone. There is a confidence building in me that is not the same as arrogance or naivety. It is not the confidence that comes from knowing everything will go perfectly. It is the confidence that comes from knowing that I do not have to face anything alone. It is the confidence that comes from knowing that help is available to me, that guidance is being offered to me, that there is a wisdom larger than my own that is directing my steps. This is the confidence of the sheep that walks safely through the valley because the shepherd is present. This is the confidence that changes everything about how we approach the day. I am consciously now preparing my heart for what lies ahead, not by tensing myself or bracing for impact, but by opening myself, by saying yes to the guidance that is being offered, by deciding that I will notice the moments when I am being led, when I am being comforted, when I am being sustained. I will notice the ways that provision arrives, the ways that wisdom becomes clear, the ways that I am supported even when I do not expect it. I will notice the shepherd's presence in the large moments and in the small ones, in the obvious ways and in the subtle ones. The psalmist speaks of walking through the valley of the shadow of death, yet fearing no evil. This is the ultimate statement of trust. This is saying that even in the darkest, most difficult moments, there is a presence that cannot be diminished, a care that cannot be taken away, a guidance that remains steady. I do not know if today will bring me to such dark valleys. I hope that it does not. But if it does, I am choosing now to remember this promise. I am choosing to remember that the shepherd walks with me even then, especially then. I am feeling something like gratitude beginning to rise in my chest. Gratitude for this quiet morning. Gratitude for the ability to breathe and to think and to feel. Gratitude for the people in my life who love me. Gratitude for the challenges that have made me stronger. Gratitude for the faith that keeps me grounded. Gratitude for this present moment, this present breath, this present opportunity to remember who I truly am and whose I truly am. Gratitude for the shepherd who never sleeps, who never abandons, who never forgets. And as I sit here, holding all of this within me, I am aware that my time in this quiet space is drawing toward its close. The day is waiting. There are things to do, people to see, moments to navigate. But I am not stepping into that day the same as I woke. Something has shifted. Something has been restored. My mind is clearer. My heart is steadier. My spirit is more open. I am more ready to see the ways I am being guided. I am more prepared to receive the care that is being offered. I am more able to walk with peace as my companion. There is a truth about Psalm 23 that becomes more real the more we sit with it. It is not just words on a page. It is not just poetry from an ancient time. It is a lived reality for anyone who chooses to claim it. It is a description of what is actually true about how we are held and guided and cared for. The shepherd is real. The guidance is real. The peace is real. And the more we attune ourselves to these truths, the more we can actually live them. I am preparing now to move into my day, carrying this peace with me like a precious gift. I know that I will forget it sometimes. I know that there will be moments when the busyness or the difficulty or the fear will seem to push this peace aside. But I also know that I can return to it. In any moment, in any situation, I can take a breath and remember. I can return to the stillness of this morning. I can return to the truth that I am being guided, that I am being cared for, that I am not facing anything alone. The light is now clearly visible through my window. The world is waking, the day is beginning, and I am ready. Not because everything is perfect or because I know exactly what will happen, but because I have remembered something essential. I have remembered that I am not the shepherd of my own life. I am the sheep, and the shepherd who tends to me is faithful and true and endlessly caring. This changes everything. This is the foundation upon which my whole day will rest. I am thinking about each step I will take today, rising from this space, moving through my morning rituals, stepping out into the world, and I am consciously inviting the shepherd to walk with me through each one. I am consciously opening myself to be guided. I am consciously choosing peace as my companion. I am consciously deciding that I will notice the ways I am being cared for, because I know now that those ways are real and abundant. There is something about ending a morning prayer that feels important. It is not ending the connection, but shifting how we relate to it. I am not leaving the presence of peace that I have found here. I am carrying it with me. It is becoming woven into the fabric of my being. It is becoming the ground I walk on throughout this entire day and all the days to come. As I prepare to rise and move into this day, I am holding a final image close to my heart. I am imagining the shepherd's staff, the symbol of guidance and protection in Psalm 23. That staff is there not just when I am in danger. It is there always, comforting me, guiding me, steadying me. That staff is like the hand of love itself, reaching out to touch my life at every moment. I can lean on it. I can trust it. I can follow where it leads. The morning is fully here now. The light is warm and clear. The world is alive and awake. And within me, there is a peace that has been restored. There is a clarity that has been found. There is a readiness that has been given to me as a gift. I am grateful. I am open. I am ready to step into this day with the assurance that I am being guided, that I am being loved, that I am being cared for with a constancy and a faithfulness that is beyond my ability to fully comprehend, yet perfect and real nonetheless. Let this morning be the place where peace settles in me. Let this sacred stillness be the foundation upon which my whole day is built. Let the shepherd's guidance be the path that I follow, knowing that even when I cannot see clearly ahead, I am being led toward what is good, toward what will strengthen me, toward what will draw me closer to the life I am meant to live. And let me carry this peace with me, like a light that cannot be extinguished, a comfort that cannot be taken away, and a love that will never let me go. Let every step I take today be guided by the shepherd who sees me, knows me, and loves me completely. Let this be my truth, today and always.